Blog Talk Radio.
The motherfucking saga continues.
Yo, what's up, world? It's badass thugging like I usually do, and you better turn it up, bust some speakers out, cause we off the motherfucking cuff. You dig how we do it? Dog Pound Gangsters 2000 and beyond. Bleh.
What's up with it, y'all? Man, don't change that down. This your player partner, the legendary Cocaine. And you tuned in live to Off the Cuff Radio. Better not touch that down.
Yeah, this is Cassidy, the hustler. And right now, you listening to the Guillotine. Show them the respect they deserve, man. Off the Cut Radio, man. Y'all already know how they doing it, man. I need y'all to stay tuned. They've been doing it for years, so show them the respect they deserve. And you heard it out of bars, man. Easy.
Keep it moving like this. Yo, this your boy Rampage. You're not rocking with the best. With Off the Cuff Radio. Classic. History. Fix your face to all you haters. We off the cuff, baby.
What's up, everybody? This your girl, Bonnie Dollars, the Queen of Trap, representing Crenshaw, and you are now tuned in with Off the Cuff Radio. What's up? What's up, y'all? This is Miss Irresistible, giving a shout out to the live show on Friday nights, Off the Cuff Radio, and I'm live from the 704.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
What's your mother, man? Hold your head in there, my nigga.
Oh boy, here I go killing
up,
again.
Stab that nigga. Yeah. A real nigga just got off from a jail call. Lock it down, shut it down like a cell door. Open sesame, nigga caught a case with accessory. Bringing disaster, hit a recipe. Coke in the pot, whip it till it rock. Scratch the cereal numbers off, clip to the top. Up north, niggas growling, of course, niggas growling. Don't give a fuck, doing the buck on a cross salad. We force balance if we have to. So give it up easy, don't wanna clap you. I'm not the type that just go catch a body. Used to roll 30 deep. Now I keep the ratchet by me. I wrote solo with 16. One in the head, stuck up for fast. Nigga, this is Big Queens. I'm Woolsey rolling in packs. They attack and get you, they won't kill you. Visit you with the back of the pistol. Nigga, bust back. 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 Nigga, bust back. Bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back. Bust back. Bust back. Nigga, bust back. Bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back. Bust back. Bust back. Nigga, bust back. Bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back. Bust back. Bust back.
Niggas know what time it is whenever we come round. Niggas throw your guns up, my nigga get gunned down. Niggas know what time it is whenever we come round. Nigga throw your guns up, my nigga get gunned down. Niggas get laid out, the debts that they all get paid out. Chef for the shit, we done beef like a steakhouse. The K round hit his forehead, made his brain bounce. Cocaine ounce, I'm dope. Pookie with his vein out. Peep these fake mob niggas think they Corleones. The streets eat you alive and shit out your bones. A YN nigga plan B, nigga we grown. It's Vegas, either you feel me or you feel it's chrome. Nigga you figure you hard, you get dissolved. I'm big with the boss, 4-4 clutch kicking the door. You my boss, get gun butt right to the jaw. Niggas get stripped, thinking they large, give up the raw. We in the west, white tees, no vest, khakis over the tents. Test niggas get blown to death. Niggas get drunk, thinking that they something to fear. Can't figure how to pull a trigger, get the fuck out of here.
Nigga, bust back, bust back, bust back, bust back, bust back, bust back, bust back. Nigga, bust back, bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back, bust back, bust back. Nigga, bust back, bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back, bust back, bust back. Nigga, bust back, bust back. You with me, niggas? Bust back, bust back, bust back.
Niggas know what time it is whenever we come round. Niggas throw your guns up, my nigga get gunned down. Niggas know what time it is whenever we come round. Nigga throw your guns up, my nigga get gunned down.
Yeah. What's the deal, man? It's your man, King Eric, the media assassin, and we are now tuned in. Episode 675, live and direct, Off the Cuff Radio. Show sponsored by Buddy Boy Entertainment, Screwball Radio, Da Vinci Clothing. Got my host T-Max with the facts on the line. What's good?
What's going on, y'all? It's another tremendous and terrific Thursday on the freshest frequency, OTC. That is Off the Cuff Radio. Shout out to our co-host, Mr. L.I. Sandman, Lee Chinchilla, and of course, DJ Sincere, Dirty Basement Radio. And we are ready to turn it up again for another dope discourse of all things hip-hop dialogue. King, let everybody know who we got tonight.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to my man Jerry Graham for putting this connection together, man. This guy coming out here, represent LA, got some dope projects in the works, man. Got the Reagan era records movement going. There's one thing that we do about Off the Cuff Radio here is that we champion the underground. We're not like a lot of these certain personalities that, you know, they think they King Kong on one platform and then they got a migrate on the other. We don't move like that. We keep it steady. We keep it gritty over here. And these guys right here, they keep it gritty at all times, man. So they're here to talk about his project, the Reagan era effect, the Reagan era records. Let's all bring on my man, DIos Negais is on the building, man. Pardon me, I'm a little sick, man. I'm good.
What up?
What it do, y'all?
DIos Negasi, man. What's popping with y'all?
Man, I'm good, man.
What's going on with y'all, man? Look, from the east to the west, everything fresh. It is an honor, it's a privilege to have you both on, man. Thank you so much.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
What up,
Definitely.
what up?
Big shout out to Jerry Graham, too, right out the gate.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Look, we see the bass guitar, we see the Eagles hat, so we already know what it is. The Birds got bass in it.
Hey, I don't even play this shit. It just looks good.
I don't know what.
Yeah, probably
fucking honky tonk man in this motherfucker. I don't know what he's going.
Hey, Dale said, "Was like, what the fuck you got the guitar for?" I was like, "It just looks good for the video. This shit looks good." I don't know how to play this shit.
Nigga, wild.
Yeah, probably for the mix up, man. This banner got me mixed up right here. Hold on, man. I gotta fix that banner.
Word. Yeah,
ADGASI.
Yeah, we got obviously listen to y'all project. You guys are not only veterans of this shit, you're dope at what you do. And coming from the left coast, man, you all have done such a tremendous job of pushing the culture forward, keeping it intact in terms of integrity, stability, and most importantly, originality. Tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and the whole collective.
Oh man, again, like we some guys that just love to do this shit, man. We love hip hop. For a lot of us, that shit, you know, saved us. We grew up off of the shit. Definitely on the West Coast. He's from Cleveland and shit.
Okay.
As far as the Reagans, when we put it together, I think, you know what I'm saying, we was goofing around a little bit with the idea around 2020, 2021. And we finally put things together around 2023. I met him at the Chambers, maybe like what, 2004, 24?
No, it was
23.
No, it was 2022 almost.
Well, yeah, he came from Cleveland. He had the studio set up. We locked in like that, and just again we was doing some Reagan shit at that time, and then we started working. I got pissed off. We missed the deal, man. It was something bad that went on, and I went home out of frustration, and I made like 8 or 9 beats. The next day I went in, I wrote just verses. I was just doing 16s. I went to the studio, recorded. He heard the shit, and he was like, what's that for? I said, I'm about to put this shit out tomorrow, man. Fuck this, I'm pissed off. So he was like, hold off on that. Let me listen to this for a little bit. So that's how we put the Black Violin 1 together. And from that, you know what I'm saying? That's how we got to the Black Violin 2, just keeping the same kind of formula.
Understood. Now you both come from states that both have a tremendous impact of hip hop culture. You know, Ohio, a lot of people don't know. And if I get this right, Roger Troutman is originally from Ohio.
There's a lot of people that came up, even actors, a lot of people, music and everything that came out of Ohio.
Yeah, man. I mean, Tash, Uncle Tash and Alcoholics. Yeah.
Tash, that's right. Salute to Tash.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Bow Wow's from Ohio. I mean, Ohio players. I mean, it's in California, it speaks for itself in terms of the impact you all have had on the culture.
Oh, yeah.
So it's obviously, yeah. So the coalescence you all came together with of combining your talents is obviously something magnanimous. It's something magnificent. It is the game needs y'all. It is a breath of fresh air that keeps the oxygen of originality going. What did you both find when you started working together in terms of that symmetry, that synergy, and the energy that allowed you both to flourish, as a collective?
But what's crazy is that when we did get together and big up to Earn, big up to Grip, and I met him through Grip and Grand Official and these guys. He just came out of nowhere, and he got invited to the Chambers, and then that's how it started. I was like, yo, why don't you come back and do this and do that? And I had the studio involved and all that, and I was real big on of course, because I'm from Cleveland. I never really listened to the West Coast like that because I wasn't from here. But once I heard him, I was like, oh shit, that's just crazy. So let's try to do something. And like he was saying, the Black Violinism came out of nowhere. We were just doing some shit, and it was like, fuck it, why not? But a lot of times people think that we be in the chambers and we were in the studios and shit, and always every single minute doing music. But a lot of times we didn't do no fucking music at all. Like we was just fucking, we was just sitting around just drinking and just having a good time. You know what I mean? Just getting away from everything.
But also brainstorming on
correct, on different things. Yeah, on different shit. And then when the music came about, that was all natural. Like it was just easy. You know what I'm saying? We'll hear a beat at 3 a.m. I was like, fuck it, let's just put a verse on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's dope to me, that it naturally happened. It was nothing forced. You know what I mean? Like it just happened.
Got you. Who are y'all influences coming up in the game?
Oh man, shit. I would say a little bit of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like from the James Brown, Michael Jackson, Prince, and them. You know what I'm saying? All of that type of shit to salute the Freestyle Fellowship, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Hyro and them, Redman, NWA, of course.
Wu-Tang, of course.
Definitely Wu-Tang.
Fucking Cannabis for me, More the Technique, Vinny Pass. Like, yeah, so for me, I was big on like real straight up, like deep underground shit. Like I used to love just bar spitters, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
for
me,
Big
really,
Pun, of course.
The most for me was Del and Redman, for real. Like,
and Redman is still killing shit.
Wow, I just heard some shit.
Redman is still
he's still putting out some quality work, man.
Yeah, Redman is still going crazy. Yeah, he's still going crazy. Yeah. Which is crazy. Because the new school, for me, I don't really fuck with the new school, but I'm still listening to all the old classics, you know what I mean? The Nas's and all these guys. But Redman's out here giving people problems.
But real quick, on that note, I heard somebody say, I forget exactly who it was, but they was like, the old school is whack, right? And I listened to...
Was that you talking about what Lil Yachty said? You talking about what Lil Yachty said?
I think it was him, right?
Yeah.
But I listened, after he said that a couple of days, I was talking to K-Born, salute to the Funky Town Pros, and he had brought it up, and I listened to, it's not the message, bro, it's a record. The one they be like, New York, big city of dreams, but everything in New York ain't always what it's right. If you listen to that shit, it's 7 minutes, but this dude broke down every scenario that you could possibly break down in an urban setting, right?
Right.
That shit could never be whack. Like, he's telling the real stories. Like, how could that be whack? Even, I'm telling you, I listened to this shit last month. The lyrics, I mean, I'm saying, like, it's not rattle your brain type shit, but, you know what I'm saying? The message is there. The understanding is there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even one of the joints, you know how they said, Brenda's Got a Baby. He talked about
Tupac.
that way back then, yeah. But old boy was talking about that same shit way back before Pop.
You know, when we think about what it means, and this has been the issue where the discourse is needed, because there's a divide between the new school and the old school. The new school, to hear them tell it, they feel like, and I'm a little long-winded with this, so bear with me because I want to make sure that I make all these points that I need to make. We are in a generation now with music being so easily digestible and accessible because everybody can put it out. They're not the hoops, the obstacles, the hurdles, everything is streamlined now. So what you have is a generation of some young artists, not all, because some of the young artists actually respect the legends and acknowledge the genius that birthed them to do what they do. But you have a pocket of individuals who act like they invented this shit yesterday, and we know that is not the case.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, nigga. They was all look, nigga. Y'all were born at a time where the shit had already aged before y'all would find wine. You know,
Right.
so don't talk about how you curated this culture. No, you didn't. You weren't there when it started.
Right.
And
Right on.
then we
They're far
conversely
from that.
speaking. Yo, go ahead, please.
No, I'm saying they far from that. They don't understand what it was to come up in music. And,
How hard it was.
yo,
It was difficult.
I started back in the days when my dude E-Rob Big Us and him from Cleveland and a karaoke machine.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we started, he learned, this guy, he learned how to record on tape with the papers on top that you can record over somebody else's rap.
Tell them.
Yo, they don't know about that.
Hey, we used to have to get the real to real. We used to have to save up to the real to real. I'm talking, we catching buses and trains and shit to get to the studio, like, you know what I'm saying, for just an hour. Because motherfuckers didn't have, it was difficult back in the day.
Yo, people see the what's that? When we was doing the MPC back in the days, it was no CDs, it was no tapes, it was eight track. What is it? The fucking little the floppy disks and shit.
Whatever that shit.
Yeah, if they don't know about that, we used to have a whole fucking thing about what beats on it, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" I was like, "Yeah, that's the reason you guys don't know what the hell y'all talking about. You're not from that era, you know what I mean? Like, you need to respect the old school because that's.
I mean, everybody can have an opinion. That's cool, but like again, respect is respect. You're not gonna tell your grandfather, "Yo, you stupid for fucking." You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna say that to your grandfather. So I think it has to be looked at like a family, low key. Like the OGs, the legends are like grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? To the culture of this hip hop thing, and you should salute them and treat them as such. You know what I'm saying?
When we look at it,
absolutely, because if anything, humbleness could carry you far.
For real.
Yo, nowadays they don't even know how to go outside.
No, and when we look at what's going on,
we was out there playing basketball with the milk crate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were drinking out of a hose.
Hey, you see a kid drink out of hose today, that motherfucker gonna faint. That shit was outside. I think a kid would go crazy right now. What you talking about?
Dude,
man?
we was look. We tell them youngins, look, us 70s and 80s babies was a bit different in terms of how we came up. I'm like, so we look. When you're looking at in terms of what it meant to be ingenious, to be innovative, to be, what's the word I'm looking for? To improvise at all times. It's something you can't. There's not, like you said, there's nothing wrong with having an opinion if it's informed, because the education allows you to articulate a thought that is actually processed with care and understanding, as opposed to ignorance of a fact that basically makes you sound like a simpleton trying to comment on something that you shouldn't even participate in the first place.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000,000%. It makes them look dumber than what they was like. Yo, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe look up the history a little bit before you start talking about it. You know what I mean?
To see individuals like Redman, who you obviously both admire and respect, what does it mean for him to be in his 50s to still have the drive, the passion, the endurance? And how does that inspire you both in your creativity and understanding that there is no limit as long as the genius is still the gift that keeps giving?
Yeah. And the thing is, too, is for him to still be in the game at this age, I'm proud. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, he's our age. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud. And I feel old at the same time.
But for me, it tells me that he's doing it for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing it because he loves the shit. Like, that's the same with us, for this Reagan shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we do it because we love it. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Any financial perks that come about, nobody's going to turn the shit away. But
Right.
We do this because, well, number one, we skilled at it. We've mastered our traits or whatever, and we do it because we love it. You know what I'm saying? I said this a long time ago, but like again, people will be like, "How can you spend so much time in the studio?" I said, even if we're not recording, it's always a possibility because it's right there, right? The equipment is right there. All we gotta do is turn the shit on. But to have a thought in my mind, it doesn't exist in reality. It's just a thought in my mind. We have millions of those a day, right? But to take that out of my mind, put it to paper, and then go and put it in the booth and vocalize it and turn it into a wave. So something that didn't exist, I just brought into reality. That's like God's work. It's a high. It's a high that I get off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and also to talk on that is, it's dope to know that you have the ability to do that, right? And also for people to hear your music and be like, yo, because of this, you got me through something like this. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways of expressing yourself. Yeah. Some people are bass players like this shit that I never played in my life. But you could sit there and people really want to hear that. You know what I mean? So that to me that brings me to be like, yo, that's dope. That somebody could sit there and listen to your music and be like, yo, and shake your hand at the same time. You meet them and like, yo, I heard that song and that shit got me through this, and that's just dope. Your bars are crazy. You know what I mean?
I don't think I reached that level yet. Nigga ain't say, yo, your song got me through this. I don't know. Who the fuck are you listening to?
I did. Me myself.
Fucking Kelly Clarkson.
My goddamn self.
Hey. Yeah, niggas that hit me like, yo, that's a dope ass verse, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got me through this.
Yeah, I looked in the mirror and I heard myself and I was like, yeah, you got me through this right here, motherfucker. But this goddamn shit. Yeah, myself, motherfucker. You heard what I said, myself.
I don't know what is CD collection or whatever.
No, I'm talking about music in general, man. Like a lot of people when they hear music, it's an emotion, you know, expressing emotion. You know what I mean? Like, you want to battle rap, it's battle rap. But if you want to say something to somebody like you, or something that you're going through in life, to say it, the microphone is the access to it, and you could just release that there. You know what I mean? You go in the booth and you do that, and you don't know what's going to come out.
Therapy, there.
Yeah. Or you get it in, you do a song, you don't even know the song's supposed to come out like this, and then you listen to it, and you're like, oh shit, this is a pretty dope song. Like, this is crazy.
I think I'm the opposite, because I'll process the shit in my brain how I want it to sound before I do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, of course, most people.
Yeah, do you guys now, and you know, with you guys, y'all creative vision, do you sometimes, when you finish a project, do you go back to re-listen it, or you just go on to the next one?
It's funny you said that. Last night, I swear to God, just last night, we was at the crib working on some shit, and it just came into me. I was like, man, let's listen to that Black Violin 1, right? We listened to the whole shit, man. That motherfucker is knocking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get Black Violin 2 is the present. This shit is crazy. But the first one is yeah, man. We just went through it last night.
And I was like, yo, wait, where did this come from? This is the Black Violin 1. I'm like, what the fuck? It's because we move forward with so many different projects that we forget about our old projects, you know what I mean? But when you go back to really listen to it, I'm like, oh shit, this was the Black Violin 1. This shit was dope.
Just last night, though, definitely.
Yeah. Which is great.
When did you both realize, because you're not the only two in it, you have a collective as well. So when did you all realize as a collective when your music really started to touch people in a way that you like, people really fucking with us?
That was DIos. For me, it was I had the chambers and shit, and then when I first came out here, I had a studio in Cleveland as well. Not as big as the studio that I have now, but I had a studio my whole time since I was like 16 years old. I always had a studio, little shit, not big shit, that like the stuff that I have now. But then I met DIos, and I was okay. And over here in California, and I got my music back. I didn't have a studio when I first came out. I said, fuck music. I gave up. I was like, I'm done with music. And then I met DIos, and I met a couple of people. I was okay. Music, for some reason. Hey, shout out to Sick Jack too from Cycle Run, because he's another one. that brought my music back. I was like, yo, fuck it, let's do this shit. And then the Redmans, listening to the Redmans, listening to the, you know, Griseldas and all these dudes that are our age out here killing shit. It's like, yo, why would I even say fuck music? But when DIos came around, I think because of that, it got my music back. I was like, fuck it, let's do this. Let's give another run.
Well, shit too, like with the Reagans and kind of the startup of it, it was even just the name of it. You know, coming up with the name is like, yo, I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a teenager. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know how niggas used to be back in the days. Tell you like, I'm 19 when a nigga's like 38 or some shit. We say, you know what I'm saying? We say we Reagan era, like
we know a couple that did it. Yeah.
Common sense got to tell you, yo, these dudes is men of a certain age. You know what I'm saying? But like,
we old as fuck is what it's meant.
I look at this shit like, it was like you know what I'm saying? Golf. If a motherfucker go and play golf, that's what you do on your spare time. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's no stigma to it. So we all got together. We like making music. And then again, too, it was coming to that place with everybody. Everybody was kind of at that zone where let's make music that we like, that we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that kind of just keeps it in motion because, again, salute to everybody who fucks with the music and fuck with us. Man, like, that shit it's a great feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, we just doing this shit because this is what we love to do, and we're not gonna stop. Like, it don't matter if this shit go to the roof. If the shit stay where it is, it's gonna be shit dropping because we like to make music. You know?
And we do it how we want to do it. There's no
nobody
telling us how to do it. We do
that's
it
another segue right there. Like, explain to people what goes into the everyday independent life of an artist.
Man, you know what? It's so much more. Again, like I talk to different people a lot, and they be like, well, "Y'all should be doing this. Y'all should be doing more of this and that." At this point, man, you know, we shout out to Jerry. You know what I'm saying? We deal with different PRs and shit like that to push the music as far as we can push it. We're out. You know what I mean? We doing different things. Shout out to Grassroots. We was just down there, did some stuff with them, like. Having a physical presence is very important, you know what I'm saying? But like, again, people be like, man, y'all should be doing this and that and that. Sometimes I just be like, man, I'm cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chilling. You know, because I did it. I did all of that shit before. I was running around every day. You know what I mean? I'm talking from fucking Hollywood to Anaheim to the IE. I'm doing shows everywhere and popping anything. That shit gets old, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's a grind daily to try to keep up with everything, but it's so many of us, somebody's always doing something. Or, you know what I mean? They're keeping the name alive, if you will.
I always thought that when music comes so effortlessly, you know what I mean? Like, you're not forcing to do music, and it just... We walk around like anybody else. We're fucking humans. We just walk around. Yeah, we do the music and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's like when you get into that studio and you come up with an idea, the creating part of it is dope. It's like you don't even know, yo, are we gonna put a violin here? So we put a goddamn guitar. Like the creative part is fucking great about it because you don't know what you're gonna do.
That's great, but it is challenging. Like when we was working on a beat,
it's not easy.
On a beat yesterday, right? Like for a specific set, right? And the shit was 87 BPM. Like that was the target mark. That shit was more complicated than a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I like fucking with the beats because it's like puzzles to me. Like putting this sample that and see if that goes, but. To find that 87 BPM just yesterday, I was like, this shit is fucking draining. Like, it wasn't fun at a point. Usually everything is fun because you're just doing it off the cuff, but...
And that shit was, what, six different things later? Like
it was crazy, but once I got it, we made like 4 or 5 beats right there. You know what I'm saying?
That could be used later, just not for the project.
But it took like fucking 2 hours to get to that place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
and a lot of fucking drinking.
Look, y'all got that Dre discipline in terms of that studio endurance, man, and perfection getting it right. What have you both found in this game of people see the shows, they see the finished product? What do people have to understand about the creative process in terms of how you both diligently commit yourself to it, and sometimes when the ideas hit and sometimes when they don't, and then balancing real life with your artistry?
That's a great part of having a studio. A lot of people don't have that luxury, you know what I mean? And I try to help my best to have people that don't have a studio to go to. I try to help my best, but at the end of the day is knowing that, okay, just because we're not doing music today doesn't mean that we're not doing music, because right away the idea pops off and then we'll just go right next. All right, let's get in the studio. Even if we wake up in the morning and not fucking sit there and be like, okay, let's listen to this back. Even if it wasn't supposed to be a song, we listen to it back, but we have the luxury to actually get in the booth and be like, all right, let's see what it sounds like out loud. And a lot of people don't have that. There's so many talented people out here that doesn't have access to things, which is crazy to me, because a lot of these people, they get kind of swept under the bus type thing, and people are so damn talented.
I don't think that was the question, man. You made me forget the fucking question. That
the problem is,
the right answer.
That was the right answer for me, is what I was talking about.
Yeah. Can you sum it up? That last question?
About how you balance your real life in terms of the artistry, because there's always
yeah, but he had some other things to say in between that.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got, we got kids and different shit, so you got to compartmentalize a lot of things.
Right.
Definitely, like he said earlier, though, like the music is therapy, so it doesn't matter really what's going on in that day unless we like out of town or something. Like I got to sit down for a good 2 hours and listen to oldies or just listen to music and just to decompress from the day, whatever's going on. You know what I'm saying? Outside of music.
Right.
But I have to do that. It's something that I have to do every day for my mental health, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But,
which is important, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to. You got to make time. I mean, life is going to make you do. You have to make the time for the things you want to do. Everything else you have to do, though. You know what I'm saying? If you handling your responsibilities and shit like that, there's some things that you can't avoid, but you have to carve out the time to do whatever it is. If you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You play basketball or whatever. You gotta go get your fucking jump shots in. You gotta get your 100 jump shots in a day.
You definitely don't got a jump shot.
Word. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as hard as you would think. You know what I'm saying? But also another thing is that perfection. One thing from Capadonna, I remember growing up, he said, I'm a poet, my work is never done. So like you question for perfection, but you got to get to the place to where, you know, I'm complete with what I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that's how some people never put out any music, because they'll spend a year and a half on one song. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the work is never done and they're searching for perfection, but nothing is perfect.
And also, a lot of people question themselves.
That too.
When they're in the studio, they listen to a song and it's so much questioning about yourself, but others listen to it and they love it, but they're like, nah, this is not going to work out. But also, it's like you're saying, is putting in the work to it. And what you be saying a lot is that 10,000 thing. What is it?
10,000 hours. Yeah.
You got to put that work in. It's not easy. It's a lot of people think it's easy. It makes it a lot of people. Well, a lot of the industry makes it seem like it's easy with this new school shit. Because when you're listening to this new music, it's like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, we feel the same way.
What the? I won't even listen to the rate. I don't even. You know what I listen to when I'm driving? Sometimes I listen to classical music. I don't want to listen to no new shit.
Beethoven. And that's the only answer.
Yeah,
Beethoven.
Yeah. I had, when I first came out here, I had people inside the car and listening. I was like, yo, what the fuck you listening? I was like, everybody shut the fuck up and listen to shit. And let's get to work. But the new shit is like, yo, this is and then they make it normal. They make it seem like that's dope, but it's not. This new shit is trash.
Another thing too that would be helpful is getting over the fear of completion, because a lot of people don't know what what to expect next, so they'll hold off. Like a motherfucker will have a project, like I'm saying, for like 10 years. Motherfuckers I know with records been sitting on them for 5 to 10 years. I'm like, well, but it's that fear of completion. Like, well, what do I do after this?
You become your worst enemy almost.
If I stay on this level, I can still, you know what I mean? Some people do music because of the it gives you some type of I can't even think of the right word. Like say somebody hit you up like, yo, what you do? Oh man, I'm working on this album. The average somebody with a brain would be like, man, you've been working on that album for 10 years.
Dang.
What the fuck? Who's on there? What's going on? You got the cure for cancer in that motherfucker or something? It makes people seem like they doing something. You know what I'm saying? They still get to go to the hip hop shows and all of this. Like, I don't know. If you get over that and you get over the everything's got to be perfect, it should just start flowing out of you. You know what I'm saying? If you're supposed to do it.
It is sometimes hard to do though. I mean, like a lot of people. I'm a shelf king. I'll shelf everything. I don't care.
Yeah,
about
this guy.
I'll be like, oh, I heard it yesterday, but nobody else heard it. Yeah, we did it already. Let's do another one. Fuck this goddamn song. There's so much music on the inside the computer that we never put out. That's crazy. That's dope. But I was like, nah, let's just do another one.
Let's get that correct. His music, he don't put out. I put my shit out. Man. I'm not fucking around.
I don't like. That's crazy. I don't even know none of your music.
That's good.
We're trying to start a movement in terms of like everybody who got dope shit, y'all. Dre, especially with Detox, we're still hoping and praying he'll put that shit out.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. He said Detox. Goddamn. That shit older than my son.
Man, look. Dre talking about he don't think it was good enough. I'm like, Dre, your C game is better than most individuals' A game.
Yeah, come on.
I'm like, Dre, stop playing. Give it to us, man. Come on now.
Put it out, man. Cause then what he'll do, he'll go ahead and just remake some new stuff, and it ain't hit. You gotta give us what you already got in the stash, and then we gotta appreciate this even more.
For real, and from what I heard, Dre is never not in the studio. He's probably got he's probably making 25 songs a month, if not more. It's that shit can get lost. You know what I'm saying? Like how could you, even if you have a solid 10, if you're making 25 songs or more a month, that list.
Yo, but remember there was times that we sat down and just looking to try to get, because I lose a lot of shit on the computer. He knows this. Where's that song? I don't know. We named it this. What the fuck is it called? And then there's times that we be there and we find it. I was like, oh shit, we forgot about this song. So imagine how much lost.
Dre's probably,
he probably got so many beats that he forgot about and so much music that he probably just forgot it was there until he finds it.
I wonder will it ever
resurrected.
Come out? The record he did with Snoop, the new one, man, that shit was knocking. But I think something went on. I don't know what happened. Something happened, like it didn't seem like it got promoted enough or some shit. But that motherfucker was knocking.
With Snoop?
They did like a movie. They had like a movie trailer for it or some shit.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't heard that either?
I'm trying to think which song it was. It's not coming to me right away.
It's a whole album. Dre and
the Missionary album.
Yeah, that joint. There it is.
Yeah, well, the Missionary album came out, a couple years ago.
It had a few cuts, but it didn't really hit me like that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's because it's them and they set such a high standard for themselves, but if it came from anybody else, we probably would have been like, okay, that's nice, man, but that's Dr. Dre.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Rapping like a motherfucker though. I ain't heard him rapping like that in a long time.
He got some good weed.
Yeah, word. Every bar though, he was killing that shit.
Yeah, man, and it's a testament to show that there's no ageism in this game, because
no limit to it.
if you still have if you have a passion for it, you're still able. I mean, when we look at Nas, what he did with Mass Appeal, with the Legends Have It series, Thank you, Nas. If this ever reaches you in the universe, with you listening, thank you for what you did with Ghostface. Thank you for what you did with Slick Rick. Thank you for what you did with Raekwon. Thank you for what you did with De La Soul.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to do the second chapter of this with the pairing, where they're working on in terms of dream matchups, in terms of producers and rappers, to see, who they can bring together to drop projects. When you look at how music is marketed today and where the target audience is, do you feel like the older generation has been left behind in lieu of the younger? And what do the younger have to understand about talent, legitimate talent, keeping them in the door rather than a lot of crazy ass stunts?
Well, as far as like you said with the older guys, it's, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, like they're there. Like I feel like they can now. It should be more freedom because they're not under, certain stipulations from a label or whatever. Like I'm waiting for a Cool G rap. I'm waiting for Cool G to get loose on them again. You know what I'm saying? Chubb Rock.
Man, he's supposed to drop another album. I'm waiting. Favorite MC of all time. I'm waiting on it.
But then, like we mentioned this guy last night. I'm about to say MC8 though. Like it's dudes that they be rocking. They be putting shit out. Like you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just not on the high radar. But I think the guys that the vets, they doing it. You know what I'm saying? They still doing it at their leisure. The young guys though, you said no stunts or without pulling stunts. I think that's just a part of their rollouts these days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we used to say all publicity is good publicity, right?
Right.
But there's there's parameters to that. The motherfucker say you go out and get yourself shot. Hey, that's not good. Fuck, I don't give a fuck if it's nobody wants to get shot. You know what I'm saying? But they say, oh, that's publicity. These kids now are jumping off the roof. Is their thing. They have to do it. That's a part of their shit. If you're not gonna jump off the roof, they're not gonna fuck with you.
That's how.
Look,
that's how
Uncle Ice.
Social media came out. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, Uncle Ice T said the same when he did an interview about a month ago, and I saved that clip. He said anyone who says all publicity is good publicity has never been in show business, because there's a branding, there is a attachment that is identified with you. I say this is somebody older who is not old, is somebody who has lived and has accumulated a certain level of academia in that existence. And I tell young people this all the time. In terms of bombastic stunts, the melodramatics, the overindulgence of celebrity or pseudo-celebrity, that is only going to last so long before people find out that you're a one-trick pony. And then they decide to put you down because that's all you are.
Yeah.
And you have to show something that actually resonates. Because when you're Fonte shot at him of Little Brother. Fonte in an interview years ago, yes, he said you don't want to make music in your 20s that you're going to regret listening to in your 30s.
That's a bar there.
Yeah,
there is something. And the thing is, with a lot of these younger artists, you're looking at a lot of them from 10 years ago. When we name names, when we look at Kodak Black, when we look at 21 Savage, when we look at Soulja Boy, they had a run when they started.
Yeah.
But they're not gathering the same level of fanfare as they were, whether, personal issues or the market changing.
That's the shit when you playing keep up. If you playing keep up, you're gonna always be behind.
Yeah. And then like what you guys are talking about, when we're talking about Redman, is that longevity. Like they've been in the game so long and they're still dope.
But then it's it's being comfortable in your skin though as well though. You got to be comfortable in your skin.
Yeah.
Redman's comfortable in his skin. He did what he, he did what he came to do. But like when you're not comfortable in your skin and you willing to, fucking the fishnet jerseys and shit, fish and nipples, all this weirdo shit.
Yeah, I was like,
trying to keep up with the Joneses. That shit gonna be crazy. It's gonna end up wild for you. I'm not saying push yourself creatively and try things musically, but
some people overdo that shit.
When you get caught in the gimmicks, you're gonna burn out very fast.
Look, when we look at certain artists in terms of artistry and even avant-garde, we look at guys like the late great MF Doom.
Salute MF Doom, rest in peace.
Doom. And then we look at guys, you know what I'm saying, like Lil Uzi Vert. Drops mic.
No. You can't look at them at the same time. That's crazy.
And the reaction is like, hold up, man. Reaction like, okay.
I just gotta rewind this episode 675 and then just redo this.
Wow.
We're looking at two different types of expression here with those guys.
Take 76. Let's do this. That's crazy.
Yeah, we there's two different types of expression with those guys. One is an unbelievable shameless plug by S.H. Fernandez. If y'all have not read that book, The Chronicles of Doom, please go get it. It tells Doom's whole life story. It is unbelievable. When you think about how the labels are dealing with artists, obviously you all are independent. Have labels ever come to you? How do you all feel about signing to a label, if that was in the cards, or do you like the freedom that this independent movement gives you?
At this point, it's like you said, the freedom to be independent. I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm against it. Like, again, I think I had this conversation maybe with Halo or somebody. Like, it's certain things that you feel that you may have to do, like this in hip hop per se. Like, if Def Jam was to come, I'm saying, like, that's just I don't know, it's a trophy that motherfuckers, when I grew up in the Reagan era and all of that, that's something that everybody aspired to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it was just for one album. So when it comes to things like that, yeah, I would venture that way. But again, just being independent, the freedom, you make your own rules. You know what I'm saying? You make your own hours, you write your own checks, you do what you want to do. You can't beat that. Unless it's a place, like I'm saying, that has some nostalgia to it.
Absolutely. And that's something but you're both older, so you understand the work ethic that goes into this and the discipline. And that's what allows you to do what you do, because you realize that that's the focus that gives you the vision. A lot of times people fall in love with that element of being their own boss, but don't have the maturity or the discipline to do it. To say it's sexy as hell in entrepreneurship until you realize what entrepreneurship actually entails.
What you know that what comes with it. Yeah, it's not always fun and games. There's things that go with you being your own boss and doing this. There's a lot behind it that people don't understand. They think it's easy until you get yourself in a situation of like, oh shit, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Well, you should have fucking, you should have just read the rule books first and sit there and be like, yo, it's not.
But is there really a rule book?
No, there's not, because you can make your own rules at all times. And I mean, then you can learn from your own shit. But it's not as easy as what everybody thinks. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not. It's
right. Yeah, you guys started your own imprint, Reagan era records. Did you guys either catch any flack, because you know how a lot of people feel about Reaganomics?
Yeah. Well, the flag was with the trademark. Like it took like a couple years to get that motherfucker, because they kept sending us back and forth. But as far as people on the street, the way it looks, because we split the face. If you look at the face, I kick a bar where I said, yo, Reagan's face, instead of teeth, is fangs. Diminished half for what he did to our race. 81 through 89, no black man safe. We survived, so these crowns be the prize we take. We don't see his whole body, we cut his fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the nights and shit like that, they was cutting motherfuckers' heads, so we cut his head off. We not glowing fuck Reagan. We don't give a fuck about Ronald Reagan. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did I write that?
No. But the thing is, when we split the face, that shows the duality of it. Because again, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. You know what I'm saying? Like again, it was drive-bys and shit, but we still played outside every day. You know what I'm saying? Like
when you look at the duality of it, when you understand it in a historical context, the 80s was the age of excess. So when we look at the time of everything was big, the big Ferraris, the big hair, the big cars, opulence everywhere. It was extravagant in terms of financial windfall. But then we also look, man, yeah. But when we look at the other side of it, the war on drugs, which was a continuation of what Nixon has started. When you look at the Iran-Contra affair, a lot of people don't know that Reagan almost got impeached in that whole situation. When Ollie North was testifying before Congress about what was going on. I got to give Ollie North credit because Ollie never gave up nobody. That was a G right there. He never gave up nobody. So you're right. There was a duality there in terms of the financial flourishment. But when you're looking at the black and brown man during that time, in terms of what was going on when crack hit, how it decimated communities, how, when we look at the series Snowfall, which was actually a loose interpretation of what happened in terms of drug trafficking with Ricky Ross, Freeway Ricky, and how it came to be. So yes, hip hop has always been about being cutting edge and a voice of the people, the disenfranchised and the ones that were marginalized. And like anything, it has a rebel spirit and a voice to accompany that rebel spirit. Reagan era fits perfect for what you all want to convey in terms of the duality and what goes on out there. I think it's a genius name for it.
Man, I appreciate that, brother, for real. I appreciate that, definitely.
Especially with the ghetto bird we just heard in the sky.
Right on cue with it.
Happens, I don't know who they looking for. They not over here, though. At least not right now.
That shit was loud as shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you all being in California, what does it mean to see not only the legends like MC8, who dropped a bomb-ass album some years back, Which Way Is West, back in 2017 on Blue Stamp Music. For y'all that have not listened, go pick it up. It is absolutely amazing. To see Kendrick, to see Schoolboy Q, to see J-Rock, to see Kamaya in Northern California doing her thing, to see her, to see rest in peace to China from Cam and China. A dynamic duo. To see artists like Anna Solange, daughter of the legendary Cocaine, to see Mike and Keys making their comeback, to see Nipsey, so many people in that, from the Bay to LA to San Diego, Mitchie Slick, shout out to Linkin Park and Ron Kine, CJ, Meatface, all those guys, man. What does it mean to watch?
Don't forget about the battle guys too. Don't forget about Daylight, Geechee guys.
Yeah, man. Look, Crooked Eye, shout out to Long Beach, man. VIP Records, Uncle Kelvin out there, man. Everybody. Cali is active. To see all of that going on in an epicenter that has given so much to the culture, what does it mean to see everybody still out there, still moving and grooving, and to still hustle and bustle, still contributing?
Man, that it makes me feel proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know. I mean, again, I guess the torch was passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Kendrick and all of them, you know what I'm saying, they was coming up. But like, I was waiting for the Far Side to get back and drop some. I was waiting for the Liquid Crew to come back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Hyro and all of them, like, to see all of that, to see that happening and actually be a part of it this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it happened the first time, I was too young. You know what I'm saying? in junior high or some shit. But you know what I'm saying, now to have my foot in this motherfucker while it's popping and everybody's coming back out, it feels great, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, salute to all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm glad that the West is, I'm not saying that they back moving, but the legends is back out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, when I listen to when I just go on YouTube sometimes and I look, I see Ab Soul. He's just an unheralded genius in what he does. If we take it to the Bay on some player shit, two niggas come to mind who I absolutely love and respect: Cookie Money and Filthy Rich, who are still bringing it hard.
Wait, can I get in there? Look, I feel like this name I'm about to say, man, this dude is, like you said, a genius, creative monstrosity, man. E40. I feel like
look, Uncle E,
on,
man. Look, the Vallejo stand up, man.
Come on, man.
E40 30, 40 something years.
Killing it still though, like.
Dude,
Hey,
Uncle Earl, man. I mean, sick with
that he always came up with his own language. Like, he made his own words up, and they're actually in the dictionary. It's like, yo, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
man, look,
something special, man. He's something special.
Respect to him. He was crazy. His style
dude,
was different. He was different.
Man, when you look at least 50% of the hip hop shit, even we'll push it to 75% of the slang in the modern day. Shout to him, Be Legit, D Shot, Sugar T, Jupiter, that whole what they did, Studio Ton, Uncle St. Charles. I mean, for what Vallejo did, the 707, E40, that whole, I mean, look, you got to look at Dre Dog, aka Andre Nicotina. You got to look at Rapping Forte. Man, and the late great Mac Dre, man.
Mac Dre,
I mean, Too Short, Richie Rich, but E40 to me, and living in Virginia, years ago, it took me a while to get hip to how he was slanging that language like Pax, getting racks. But when I really broke it down,
I'm hip as a hippopotamus. That nigga crazy.
Man, look. But when
he was so comfortable in that pocket too, where he actually flowed through the beat. Huh? Yeah. The beat didn't make him; he made the beat to me.
He's like, there's rarities, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, anybody. I'm not saying anybody, but like, you know what I'm saying, there's some niggas that can get busy with the bars, but it's a rarity. Like, rest in peace, Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah,
that was a rarity. Like, E40 is a rarity. It's some shit like you might not never get a glimpse of this again. You know what I'm saying?
He gave us one of the all-time great sayings, Captain Save-A-Ho. I mean,
real shit. Salute to him, man. I just feel like I'm pretty sure he does, but like I don't hear a lot of people, especially up and coming guys, really saluting him, man. Like I was Reagan era salute. If you listen to like the first record we came out with, 88 King, you know what I'm saying? We always make sure to put the legends up and give them their props, man. Like, because if it wasn't them, it wouldn't be no us.
Man, I mean, but that's what it's all about, man. For the rest of the crew that rounds out your whole collective, what did it mean when you found like minds that shared the vision, and most importantly, that you vibed with, that you all could expand the brand?
Well, a lot of the guys, I'm saying, most of us are like family for real, like actually blood related. And then the other half, like, it's been so many years, like we've, what I'm saying, known each other since school and shit. So, it was just there already. You know what I'm saying? We already kind of had a connection, a like-mindedness, if you will. I remember in high school, shout out to Skrill. I don't know if he got the Iron Man from the whatever. Like, he comes, we sit there and listen, and like whoever get the new tape, Living Legends. Shout out to Merce and them. somebody had kept the tape, you know what I'm saying? We'd meet up, sit down, and, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of always been on the same level, especially too when it came to music. We like the same kind of style of music.
And that's important, man, because everybody's got to share in the vision. I look at y'all, I think of Wu-Tang, the most easiest comparison, because all of you were talented just like they were, and you all bring different flavors that, give it, to make it cook.
When you family like that, you're pushing family. You know what I mean? You're not gonna let them come out with no whack shit. Like, nah, that's not. Yeah. That's not it. Like, you're pushing. And when you have so many people around you that are dope and creative, they push you to become better than what you already. Some people think that they're so great that their ego gets involved, but when you listen to people that's doing the same thing you're doing, and then sometimes, it's like brothers, sisters, they argue. No, fuck that. I'm doing it this way because I do that shit a lot. Don't fucking tell me ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's dope to have people. Yeah, they have people that can actually sit there and like, listen, I don't mean it this way. I'm saying, yo, you can be better than what you're already doing. So it's a plus really to sit there and have these type of people around you.
And that's the thing with him, with that. With getting these features and all of this shit, like, he's like, yeah, you good, bro, you nice, but let's see how nice you really are. You know what I'm saying? Let me put you with some real niggas that's been killing shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's that.
But I be like, yo, what are you trying to do, my nigga? You say you trying to fucking set me up for failure? Man, you got fucking RJ Payne over here. This dude is fucking.
Oh, you think he's dope?
He's a maniac.
I was like, okay, you think he's dope? All right, I got RJ on the next song. Yeah, he's like, well, I told you I didn't want to fuck with no RJ Payne. Well, he's here. Let's figure this out. Get on the fucking track.
That's what he's saying. Like, people push you
to become better.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And a lot of people need that. A lot of stuff like that don't.
But
happen.
a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah, that's what.
Motherfucker would let you stay where you're at, man.
Man, shout out to RJ Payne, man.
Yeah, RJ Payne.
Yeah, man.
This is the first guy that ever hit me back right away when I was like, yo, I want to do a song, let's do this and do that. And he didn't hesitate. He was like, yo, let's do it. One person that I think because he understands the how hard it is to make it right now, you know what I mean? And do this. And he's like, no, I got you. Don't worry about it. So
that's dope, man.
Yeah, he didn't have no issue, no nothing. Everything was worked out, bang, boom. And then the only problem was that Dios was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Get on this goddamn song and do you. You know what I mean? Do what the fuck you do. And then it came
absolutely
out to a dope song. Came out to a dope song.
Now, one thing about it, obviously you all are skills oriented, family, bonded. So obviously you're on your grown man shit, which obviously negates a lot of foolishness. But obviously, you all are not oblivious to what goes on in the game with a lot of beefing, artists getting out there talking crazy about each other, and then obviously conflicts that can ultimately escalate into casualties. What have you all observed? What message would you give to young artists out there about getting out there talking greasy and then fucking around and catching a tat that your heart wasn't ready for?
Man, I would definitely say stay in your lane, man, and don't let nobody bait you. It's easy to get baited, man. It's people. It's so many people, right? It's billions of people. I believe myself personally. I believe everybody don't got a soul. It ain't enough souls to go around. So it's some empty motherfucking.
Say it again. Say it again for those in the back. Say it again.
I just feel it ain't enough souls to go around. As many people is out here, right? And it's motherfuckers that's just ready to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
kill your ass or whatever, however, because they ain't got shit. That's their sole purpose. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't get baited into some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that could cost you your life ultimately, or somebody you love life.
And what's crazy that some of these people, some of these people were your closest people. You know what I mean? Like, you never saw it coming, but they sit there and they want to, because you're doing so good, and he or this person, whichever person, they want you to fail. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's a situation I had in the past. It's like, yo, you're trying to do better for yourself, you know what I mean, and then
right.
They try to trip you up and something happens, right? So you're sitting there like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And then come to find out that your own people did it. I was like, yo, that's fucked up. Because I was trying to do this for me and you too. I was trying to do it for you too.
Yeah, like you said, with a large crew. I mean, like a lot of times, like you said, when it's family oriented, it's not gonna really be somebody from the outside because you ain't gonna allow nobody from the outside to.
No, of course, yeah. No. I'm just saying that the closest people to you, I'm saying, even family could do it to you.
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
can,
Like,
definitely.
They can destroy you for some reason because they mad at some, you know what I mean? But
they're the closest to you. Though.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy because when you think about it, it brings into what real life is, and there are two sayings that if we've been out there so we understand. Number one is an assassin rarely comes from a distance. That's a Japanese proverb. And then the other one is that you'll have somebody that sinks the whole ship because they can't be captain.
Right.
Yep.
And that is
completely.
And then also someone will think they're entitled to the success and try to steal something that you worked for.
Yeah,
and then they're mad.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that happens a lot. I imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like everybody's not operating off of logic. Like, if you see somebody doing all of the work, of course that person's gonna reap the most benefits because you know what I'm saying. That's just the way a regular-minded motherfucker would work. You know what I'm saying? But like, again, I go back to like when we was growing up, like you in the hood and. They call this nigga, Pep Loco. Why y'all call him Pep Loco? Because he go off, man. He a dome a nigga real quick. Yeah, like he crazy. Like, is he crazy, or does he have fucking bipolar disorder or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, but real shit. But real shit though, you got a lot of niggas in the hood that really got stuff going on. Where did you grow up in Cali?
It's a mental thing. It's not. Yeah.
He's
just a psychopath. He's got a mental disorder and he's not taking the medication. Nigga getting drunk, smoking weed, or doing whatever the fuck. But that's something that needs to be addressed. You know, but you got these people running. It's a lot, man. But again, we navigated through the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit, it's tough out here though. Everybody don't make it, man.
Man, look, California. Whether you on Crenshaw and Slauson, whether you on 97th, whether you on 104th, 109th, whether you on 52nd, any spot, where it can go down at, the streets, we got neighborhoods, West Side, White Fence, Florencia, Boyle Heights, you know what I'm saying? How did you all stay away from the street politics and the dangers of it in terms of keeping away from it, and most importantly being fathers, obviously making sure that your kids don't fall into those traps, because we're seeing so many of our young people falling into this today with the gang activities, thinking that it's cool only because it's broadcast more, but they don't understand. Like, we're older, we've seen it, we understand what's going on. Please give us your thoughts.
I feel like everybody I think every case is a different case. You know what I'm saying? There's different dynamics to it. You know what I'm saying? For like, what example, like if you just moved into a neighborhood and on the corner, you got to walk to the school or you got to walk to the store, you walk past this one particular building and this gang is out there and you walk by, you know what I'm saying? They tell you get down, you're like, I'm cool on that. And they whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? You go to the store, they whoop your ass on the way back. You get tired of getting your ass whooped. So you go to join the gang, you know what I'm saying? But then there's other people, like you said, they see it looks cool, they kind of glamorize. These are the hot boys in the street over here, and they want to get it. So I think every case is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because you can't really dictate or sit there because when you're sitting there, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah,
inside the house. Inside the house, what's going on with that, with all that stuff. So you can't really sit there and judge somebody.
Understood.
Like he was saying, like everybody's got their own story, and you go for me when he's saying this kid's going over here getting his ass whooped over here. that's a lesson that you have to learn sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to get my ass whooped all day.
It's either you go
what
what
am I gonna do?
You know
what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
They say get down or lay down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it teaches you to grow up in some way and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this different now.
Word. I mean, well, yeah, you gonna figure it out one way or the other. But for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Again, my brothers and uncles, you know what I'm saying? They like 15 years removed damn near from me. So it's like the brunt of everything, they had already took it. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Blackface Rello, DiMaggio, Crease Khaki, shout out to Halo, all of the OGs, the Django brothers and all of them, like when they seen that I had a talent at a young age, they was like, nah, man, you do that. Don't worry about none of this other shit. We got it. We already, you know what I'm saying? Like, just focus on what you're doing.
It's dope to have people like that.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't have that.
No, not at all. That's what sucks. Not everybody has somebody like, oh, stay your little ass over there. Let me take care of this and you do this and you enjoy the music and do what the hell you got to do. But it's dope to have something. And a lot of people don't. That's what sucks. A lot of people don't. These kids don't have a lot of guidance or nothing because either and I'm not saying it's the parents' fault because there's different stories. There's times that the parents is working 2 or 3 jobs, especially in LA.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you got something to eat on the table, you know what I mean? And then he goes somewhere, like you said, and then he joins a gang because the parents is never home, and you know what I mean? So it's different. It's different stories.
And I think deep inside too, most motherfuckers, most kids, males at least, they want to be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get the chicks. How you gonna get the chicks if you ain't from the hood? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then a lot of fathers are missing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of fathers, you don't got a father figure, so you're gonna go to the streets and do what the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy.
But also,
it happens by like
to the other side. It seems like people should see from other people's mistakes and learn from them. Like, you know, I'm not gonna do that.
In
some cases, you can't escape. You can't get away from it.
That's what it is, and it sucks that it is like that.
Yeah, it's real, man. I think one thing we have to understand, this culture, this music is beautiful. It is vibrant. It is imaginative. It's an outlet. It's profitable. And when we look at how it's been marketed, how it's been changed, we're all older. So we grew up in a time where we heard a variety. You know, we would listen to Tracy Spencer. We would hear SWV. We could hear Ice Cube, Ice-T, Cool G Rap. Later on, Ras Kass, you know, Deadly Threat. You know, Boys to Men, New Edition, singing groups like Vibe, you know, just so many, man. Luther Vandross. I mean, we got, you know, we were not just inundated with one type, which cultivated our education with an ear of maturity and diversity. Now it is absolutely almost non-existent in terms of where the radio stations where they were once independently owned, they're now corporate, which by proxy means corporate is directly in bed with the record companies. Out here in Hampton Roads, I will not mention this good friend of mine's name. He is a legendary DJ out here. Famous artist, manager. We talked and he asked me, could he get one of his guys on the radio? I didn't make any promises. I told him, I see what I could do. And when I called my mans about it, he was like, I got a playlist and I got to go by the playlist. And I said that to underscore, they've almost taken away the DJ is the one who's supposed to break the music in. And now they've taken that away from the DJ.
That's why, when I said earlier, I don't listen to the radio because in the radio, you only listen to 3 or 4 songs all day.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, yo, come on, man. There's got to be. There's more music. Why is there only 4 people on the fucking radio? And this is, of course, people paying these radio stations and stuff. But yo, that shit gets old. I was like, all right. Yo, there was one time in my shop that I was playing the radio, and then Kendrick Lamar, and I'm not knocking Kendrick for nothing, but yo, the same song played at least 24 times in 2 hours. I was like, yo, I am sick of this damn song. Play something different.
But I'm gonna tell you the dirty game that I found out about it, yo. So what I found is that when they have that period of what they call the dead air on the waves, that's when you have those people buying up that airtime to play the song again.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where you're seeing all of that come in. You know, but it's crazy when you look at what Kendrick did with Grand National. He has like 3 or 4 songs in rotation off of the record, and they're all banging.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, and to think about it, this is a guy that at one point had to fight to get on the radio. Now he's got all the songs on, which is great. But it's like, you know, we love Kendrick, you know, but damn it, there's other artists out there that they can play.
Yeah,
the labels, we have to remember what we're dealing with. When you say radio, it's programming, right? Is it programming?
Right.
Like
and if you hear something 25 times an hour, or repetitive, ultimately you're going to say this is the greatest song I ever heard, or this guy has to be incredible. I'm not directly at Kendrick, but I'm saying any artist. If you was playing something 24, bam, 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 you be like, damn, boy, I guess this is great. I guess it is the best song that I've ever heard because they keep playing it.
And that's like commercial.
But you become programmed.
Yeah, it's like commercial. You're sitting at home and you're sitting there and watching the Pizza Hut commercial all day. But
you like, hey, I think I want a pizza.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get a motherfucking Pizza Hut. But it's programming, like you said. Like they pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to get it. McDonald's and Burger King, like all these big companies that push you into. And you be like, all right, fuck it. I'm getting in my car. I'm gonna go get me a fucking McDonald's.
It's crazy because I remember this a while back. Like I'm talking to this chick and she goes, "Well, your song ain't on the radio. You can't be that good." And I'm like, "What?" Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, who the fuck? Everybody's got 50 Cent's album, right? They got who the fuck is still calling and requesting to hear this in the club?
Yeah.
The album been out for fucking a year now. You think people still calling to play this shit? No. It's the payola. It's the whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? The major labels is buying up all of the shit.
I give it a chance.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you telling me it's only 8 artists?
Rotation on the radio all day
out of
a week.
Out of a billion people, like we said, it's only, let's just say, it's only 25 artists that are out of a billion people that are good enough to be on the radio.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then the people on the radio is not even that good. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
Hey, you gotta have something.
That's real though. I mean, there's no lies there, and I think that's what's lacking is the diversity of it. You know, when I look at groups like Simeon, a girl group, you know, out of the Valley in California, those girls are talented. They're signed with Akon's label, and all 3 of those, I mean, they're all baddies and they can all sing. You know, and it's like, you know, they deserve to get out there.
R&B.
But are they still charging $150,000 to break a single?
Yeah, and that's because I talked to one of my peoples. I talked to one of my peoples about it.
They don't fuck with grown people. Motherfuckers that's old to say, I got $150,000 to spend on a record. I'm gonna take that and buy a motherfucking house somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or you put that as a down payment and rent that motherfucker out. I'm not finna spend $150.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
It is. There's a difference between what it is in terms of marketing. Rest in peace to the legendary late great DJ K Slay with Straight Stuntin' Magazine, a good friend of mine.
Salute K Slay.
Hey, and before I don't mean to cut
go
you
ahead.
off,
Go ahead.
Just to say, he is the reason why I first listened to RJ Payne. I didn't know RJ Payne's name was different back in the days. Well, what did RJ Payne
His name was Rain Man.
Yeah, Rain Man. I didn't know RJ Payne. I didn't know Rain Man. And then when I saw that RJ, when he did like 50 people on a song, that video, and RJ was on it.
Well, we already established earlier that you listened to Sarah McLachlan. You know fucking bass guitar, nigga.
You look like
you in the Gap band, motherfucker.
No, I think you look like there's a problem.
So anyway, he didn't know who the fuck Rain Man was.
No, I didn't. No, I definitely didn't.
That's crazy.
I did not.
But it's crazy because with Slay, you know, when he had when he was alive with the magazine, you know, he would charge people to get on the cover. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but that was different because that was about real exposure. and Slay could get your music out there. So it made sense in terms of the business aspect. And it damn sure wasn't $150,000 he was gonna charge you to get on the cover.
So again, like I understand business, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, you gotta pay to play. I get that, but like that's outrageous. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to invest in yourself. I would see, you know, the average person would see that as, oh, you just gotta invest in yourself. That's what it's about. If you don't believe in you, who else will? So will you take that risk financially? Do you really believe in yourself that much? But it shouldn't be no 150,000 to get your shit in circulation, bro. That's ridiculous.
Now, as a culture, what do we have to do to basically say that at certain levels where the shit is mediocre or straight up whack, that we're not listening to this and we demand we get good shit on the radio?
Oh man, you got a long way to go, man. You gotta go talk to the Rothschilds or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the FM, AM, that shit's supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? They done monetize some free shit. Yeah, that goes far and beyond, man.
And when was the last time you guys ever heard something like really dope on radio play?
Back when wake up shows, when the wake up show used to come on, I remember I stayed up late nights and just to hear that shit.
Yeah, when Stretch and Bobbito would do their thing.
Yeah, 100%. Smack DVD. People understand that. Yeah. Battle rap almost came out of that, like this new battle rap shit, and it's dope. The battle rap is dope now, but Smack DVD, people don't even know that Smack DVD was out like that. That shit was crazy to me.
Yeah, VHS tapes,
Yeah, even though I don't know if you guys know about the box back in the days where it was.
Ralph McDaniels, Uncle Ralph. Yeah, video music box.
You could actually pay to play something.
See, but that was a trick like, too. If it was your group, they charged you $1. You got fucking $500. Run that shit up. Keep it playing.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But again, like, I don't. It's fuck. I'm about to say something I don't 100% agree with, but it's just like everybody shouldn't get a trophy. You know what I'm saying? It's not that kind of situation.
No, it's not a participate. Yeah, nah.
But I feel like.
I feel you.
If motherfuckers is dope and you pass X, Y, and Z, or you checked off certain boxes and get shit, you should get an opportunity. If you checked off certain boxes. I'm not saying just everybody comes in and it's a free for all, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that would change. That would say you do the I'm thinking of ways like you were saying to get dope shit on the radio. Like it just has to be a certain checklist where, you know what I'm saying, people go down, okay, this artist meets this, they did that. They get a shot. Let's spin it and see what the people like. Maybe remember they used to do like a new at 2 or something like a Friday.
Yeah, the
Friday
night
flavors. Yeah. And if the people call in and they say they like it, they'll keep it playing.
Right.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know, everybody just come and get your shit to the radio and they play it.
No, but the thing is, this is like this. It's like the NFL. It's like the NBA. Not everybody can do it in terms of what's going on with it, and that's what people have to understand. This is not something that is meant for everyone to do, and this is the problem with what we're seeing in the game right now. Everybody thinks that they can rap, and my thing is, no, you can't. And who lied to you telling you that you can't? And my thing is, who lied to you?
The radio.
And then look, dog. And then they'll try to say, man, they hating on me. They're not trying to see me win. I'm like, no. I'm like, let's break down this right now. Let's settle this when we say it. Hate is when somebody actively tries to sabotage your shit from you being able to be great. It is not hate if people don't like what you're doing.
It's a truth.
You know,
you're not an asshole about it. You just tell them like, yo, no, you suck. You're trash.
Yeah, we can't.
I've had a motherfucker tell me I'm just expressing myself. How can I be whack? I said, nigga, you expressing yourself whack. You gotta find a better way to express yourself, because that shit ain't coming across right.
There's a standard in terms of presentation with anything. In terms of if you're a quarterback, either you can throw that ball downfield or you cannot. If you are a hooper, either you can get that ball in the basket or you can't, or you know how to play defense. There has to be some type of requisite skill that is pertinent to the profession that you were in, that facilitates a growth and defines what it means to do it. This is how you become a professional, which by definition means you are ready to get paid for what you do. and
Yes,
when
sir.
people will pay you to do it. But if you are deficient and not proficient, you cannot profit. And that's what
Right.
people don't understand.
Man, hey, terrifically well spoken, brother. That's it in a nutshell.
That's facts right there, man. That's facts.
We gotta put that in a
we gotta put that. We gotta put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, for real.
Really.
Put that shit in there. We gotta say that again and put it in the middle of a goddamn sample.
Everybody needs to hear that. Every artist needs to hear that. I don't give a fuck if rock and roll. If you starting off, you need that what you just said. They need to hear that.
Man, look, we got this in archives on YouTube. So look, and we got it streamed live. King gonna make sure, yeah. So I mean, people can come back and listen to it.
But we probably gotta wrap it up about 5 more minutes because I gotta these bills to pay. You know how it is with StreamYard.
We know.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, because I don't want to go over the limit. When we talking some real good stuff, it just cuts off.
And we already got y'all
stuff,
for part 2 whenever y'all want to do it. So this ain't the first
Hey man,
time. This ain't the last time or the first,
this,
for the first time.
I appreciate you guys, man, for real. Whatever y'all need from me, my man Arms, shit, we here. It's nothing.
We're gonna lock it in, man. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep pushing that line for y'all. We're gonna keep promoting y'all music. So let people know where they can find you on your social media handles and your album.
Yo, so official Reaganera Records is the Reaganera page, DIos Negasi. The Instagram, again, you can Google DIos Negasi or Reaganera Records and the music will pop up. You know
There's Chamber Music ENT. They'll see all that stuff in there with Instagram and stuff. But we're gonna continue what we do. You know what I mean? It's time
for the love though. You know what I'm saying? Not for nothing else, for the love of it.
Look, keep enriching it.
Dope. And if it doesn't, whatever, we still do what we do.
We'll drop another one.
We'll do it again. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Look, keep enriching that culture with that soil of scholasticness that grows the genius. It bears fruit that everybody is going to be getting that nutrition from with the knowledge. Thank you both so much. Thank you.
We enjoyed this, man.
Thank you guys.
So yeah, man, we about to head up out of here. We thank y'all once again. Big shout out to Jerry for setting this thing up. We got more work coming, man. So be on lookout.
Hey, how could Reagan end up with Jerry Grams? Crazy.
All right.
All right, we out. Peace, y'all. Thank you again.